Good afternoon. Good morning. I invite you to be seated. The Bible is full of stories of God's people on a journey, moving from this place to that, learning new things, making mistakes, celebrating successes, creating community, finding faith, losing it, and finding it again. The Old Testament book of Isaiah in particular follows the Israelites as they leave a home they love, spend several years away from all that is familiar, and come out on the other side as a changed community. As God's people are making this significant transition, the prophet speaks a word of blessing for the moment. Isaiah says this: "For you shall go out in joy and be led back in peace. The mountains and the hills before you shall burst into song, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands." Graduates, this is our prayer for you, that your journey beyond Augustana would be one of joy, that every return to Augustana and to other important communities that have shaped you would be one of peace, and that today you might hear the mountains and the hills bursting into song. You might hear the trees of the field clapping their hands along with your family and friends, celebrating all that God has done and all that God will do in and through you. Amen.
Welcome to the commencement ceremony celebrating the Augustana University class of 2025. My name is Stephanie Herseth-Sandlin. Well, yes, everyone's ready to applaud. Let's applaud the class of 2025. My name is Stephanie Herseth-Sandlin, and I have the privilege of serving as president of Augustana University. And on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students, I extend a heartfelt welcome to the family members and friends gathered here today. We thank you for joining us to honor our graduates and applaud their hard work, dedication, and achievement. Today we celebrate 459 outstanding individuals who have left an indelible mark on the Augustana community. Just as each graduate has been transformed by their Augustana experience, so too has the university been strengthened by their intellectual curiosity, their creative energy, and diverse talents. This extraordinary class includes graduates from 23 states and 16 countries, with 40 of our South Dakota communities represented. During their time at Augustana, this class has been part of a transformative era, from the launch of innovative academic programs and the opening of new facilities, to the expansion of sports programs and community impact opportunities. These students have helped shape and have been shaped by the bold plan guiding the university's path forward. With openness and courage, they embraced all that Augustana has to offer, engaging deeply in their studies, investing in student life, and seeking ways to serve others and lead with purpose. Through student organizations, internships and research, the performing arts and athletic competitions, as well as study abroad courses, they stretched themselves, discovered new passions, and formed lifelong friendships. Along the way, they contributed to the momentum that defines this chapter in the university's history. Graduates, Augustana's mission and core values are now woven into the fabric of who you are. You leave here prepared not only to succeed professionally, but also to serve faithfully and act with wisdom and integrity in a world that needs your voice and your vision. You've earned a degree from Augustana University, a distinctive and deeply respected degree. one that will only grow in value as you continue to grow and flourish. May this achievement remind you that you're called and empowered to make a meaningful difference. Let's now take time to recognize those who've walked beside you on this journey. To the parents, grandparents, siblings, special loved ones, spouses, all of those who've cheered you on, supported your dreams, and shared in your sacrifices, we thank you. Your unwavering encouragement has made today possible, and all of us at Augustana are profoundly grateful to the families who entrusted us with the privilege of guiding and teaching your graduate. We also give special thanks to the faculty, staff, coaches, and mentors who've committed themselves to your growth as scholars, as citizens, as compassionate young people and professionals. At this time, I ask all members of the faculty seated next to you here on the field, as well as support staff, coaches, and administrators, wherever you may be seated in the stadium, to please stand and be recognized. Also sharing the stage today is a single rose, a simple but very meaningful tribute. This rose reminds us of the members of our community and of our graduates' families who we have lost during these past years, some suddenly, others after long and full lives. We give thanks for their influence and rejoice in the lasting gifts that they shared with us. As we gather to celebrate this remarkable class, let us do so with deep gratitude for the love that brought each of these graduates into our lives and for the sustaining grace of God through whom all things are possible. And now it is my pleasure to invite to the podium Pat Macadera, Chair and CEO of MIDCO, distinguished Augustana alumnus of the class of 1981, and Chair of the Augustana University Board of Trustees.
Morning from a class of 81. Wow, what a great day for the class of 25. It's a distinct honor to greet you on behalf of the 25 members of the Augustana Board of Trustees. One of the board's most meaningful responsibilities is to formally approve the conferral of degrees, and it is our privilege to do so for the class of 2025. You've earned your Augustana diploma through perseverance, determination, and a steadfast commitment to excellence. This achievement is a mark of distinction and one in which you should take great pride. As a proud alumnus, I'm pleased to welcome you into the Augustana alumni community, a global network of graduates making a difference in our professions and our communities. In the years ahead, you'll come to appreciate even more the lasting impact of a liberal arts education, one that prepares you to lead, serve, and respond with courage to the opportunities and challenges that await. And wherever life takes you, you'll find fellow Vikings who support and share your connection to Augustana. I encourage you to stay connected. Share your Augustana story with those you meet. Our alumni community is far-reaching, and the bonds you formed here will continue to open doors. Stay connected to all the people you've met during your 4 years here, or 5 in some cases. Be sure to keep the university informed of your life milestones. We want to celebrate together with you. And also, please introduce your alma mater to your friends, neighbors, colleagues. It is one of the most powerful ways you can invest in this very special place. Congratulations, class of 2025. To you and your families, way to go. We are proud to call you Augustana graduates. Awesome. Now, remember, I was out there in 1981, although I was at the arena back then, and it's just amazing what that education has done for me, and I just hope that it can do the same for you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Augustana Provost Dr. Joel Johnson. Joel?
Thank you, Pat. At Augustana University, our faculty and staff exemplify excellence in teaching, scholarship, and service, both on campus and in the broader community. Each year, select individuals are honored with awards that recognize and support their outstanding contributions. You'll find a list of these awards and the selection criteria in your program. To all of this year's recipients, congratulations, and thank you for your exceptional dedication. In addition to those listed in the program, there are 2 additional awards I'm pleased to announce today. Recipients, when your name is read, please stand and be recognized. First, the recipient of the Vernon and Mildred Niebuhr Faculty Excellence Award, Dr. Sarah Rood, Associate Professor of English. Congratulations, Sarah. Next, the Jane and Charles Zolotic Faculty Research Fellowship. The recipients are Dr. Spencer Ciarelli, Assistant Professor, and Dr. Kelsey Versell, Associate Professor of Sociology. Congratulations, Spencer and Kelsey. We are deeply grateful to the generous donors whose support makes these awards possible. Your investment in excellence is truly appreciated. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce a standout member of the class of 2025, selected to share reflections on behalf of her fellow graduates. Annie Johnston of Sioux Falls is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in History and Government and International Affairs with a minor in English. A dedicated leader, Annie was elected to the Augustana Students Association for 4 consecutive years, most recently serving as president. She has also made a meaningful impact as a mentor and tutor in both the Government and International Affairs and History departments, and has shared her talents through the Welcome Week Committee and Viking Days Royal Court. Annie has been recognized as a Covenant Award nominee for both excellence and community, a testament to her heart for service and her embodiment of Augustana's values. After graduation, she plans to work in political advocacy and apply to law school this fall. Please join me in welcoming Annie Johnston.
Greetings, faculty, staff, administration, families, squirming siblings who are already asking, is it done yet? Have they said her name? Can we go now? friends, and most importantly, the illustrious class of 2025. A heartfelt thank you to everyone who made our presence today possible, from the unwavering support of family and friends to the incredible bonds we have built with some truly remarkable professors. I want to personally thank my incredible parents, whose unwavering support, guidance, and humor have carried me through my journey at Augustana. I would not be here today without your mentorship and love. My parents, like many others, have reminded me that success isn't about moments like today. It's about how we got here. As they prepared to leave after moving me into the sweaty, pre-AC dorms of Solberg freshman year, my mom offered 2 pieces of advice. The first, make your bed every morning, and the second, try your best to be present. Now, I won't dwell on the first one, though I could argue that a made bed sets the tone for a successful day and life, but I want to focus on the second, be present. At the time, I think she meant it literally, make it to your 8 a.m. class, Annie, which I did, for the most part. But I also believe she understood how hard it would be to stay grounded and aware amid the whirlwind of college life and the pressure of earning a degree at a place like Augustana. My mom's words weren't just about punctuality. They were about showing up for those small moments, the ones that quietly shape you into who you become. It's advice that I wish I'd embraced sooner, because too often we try to compartmentalize the significant moments of our lives into neat little boxes. The first time we made the honor roll or dean's list, our high school graduation, and now our college graduation. This mindset isn't inherently wrong. There's value in viewing our accomplishments as distinct chapters, each with its own meaning and significance. However, as I stand before you today, I have come to realize that in constantly focusing on the next big thing in life, we often lose sight of the small moments that made our accomplishments possible in the first place. It's in those seemingly mundane moments, unexpected encounters, late-night revelations, or brief conversations with a stranger that we have been shaped into the person who now walks across the stage. This realization comes with a reminder. It's extraordinarily difficult to savor small moments in a world that moves so quickly, one that celebrates grand milestones like today while often overlooking the in-between, less glamorous moments. The late-night breakdowns, the missed deadlines, the quiet struggles of just trying to exist as a young adult. These too are part of the journey. And while they may never make it into a highlight reel, they shaped us just as much, if not more, than the milestones we publicly celebrate. I think of the small moments that have quietly shaped me over the past 4 years. The campus squirrels that came a bit too close for comfort, the tornado and derecho freshman year, the professors who always had open doors and stocked candy bowls, the sound of keys jingling at Viking football games, especially when we beat the coup at the Key to the City game. We can get our degrees in peace now. The wind howling through the half-completed Midco Arena, the near-constant sounds of construction hounding me over the past 4 years, and the quiet, meaningful interactions with people all across campus. One such small moment took place in December of 2022 as a massive blizzard swept across campus, right in time for finals week. Even before the foot of snow fell, campus was quiet. Students hunkered down in their dorms, bracing themselves not for the snow, but for their final exams. As the flurries thickened and snow piled high enough to build a snowman, students slowly began emerging from their dorms. At first, just a few, then a surge of bundled up college students excitedly pouring outside to build massive forts or launch snowballs at their poor, unsuspecting roommates. From my third-floor dorm in Wagner, I witnessed lots of things. A classmate sliding down the mini hill on the campus green, using their body as a makeshift sled, and another student, likely an art major, crafting an intricate snow fort. I even saw our dedicated campus safety officers take a break just long enough to join in on the snowball fights. But what stood out the most wasn't the chaos or genius of my peers. It was the genuine, unfiltered joy, something that's often in short supply during finals week. It would have been easy to stay inside my dorm, stressing over the exam I had the next day. Instead, I chose to embrace this small moment of happiness, not because it would make all my worries disappear, but because these small moments are what keeps us alive and moving, even against all the odds. In a world that feels so overwhelming and uncertain, we must pay attention to these small moments, and in order to pay attention, we must follow my mother's advice: be present. So I bundled up and headed outside to join this small, chaotic, and beautiful moment. In addition to the moments, I think of the small encounters I had with the faculty at Augustana. During my sophomore year, I took English 200, Drama Literature, a general credit, with Dr. Beth Boyens, a notoriously tough grader and kind soul. After I turned in a halfway decent paper on The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien, Dr. Boyens reached out and encouraged me strongly to add an English major. I ultimately compromised on a minor. You just cannot say no to Dr. Boyens, especially when she brings treats to all of her classes. But I'll never forget how seen and supported I felt in that moment. It was a simple gesture, but it meant a lot to have someone believe in me, to see potential in me, especially when I wasn't sure if I believed in myself, much less my writing abilities. I'm sure each of you has your own Dr. Boyens, those professors who saw something in us, offered quiet encouragement or an extension, tissues, or a generous test curve, and inspired us to keep moving forward and reaching higher. What may have seemed like a brief interaction at the time ended up shaping the course of my education, gave me a lifelong mentor, and thanks to Dr. Boyens' rigorous grading, may be the reason I'm standing here giving this speech today. Small encounters often pass in a blink, and if we're not fully present, we risk missing the quiet moments that shape us most. As we prepare to step into a noisy world and do our part to make it just a little bit better, remember to always look for those quiet supporters. And as soon-to-be Augustana alumni, we already carry with us a community that will cheer us on, believe in us, and celebrate every step we take, both big and small. As I reflect on these small moments, I feel immense gratitude for the people who walked alongside me. Whether it was sharing commissaries over Dr. Wanless's 8 a.m. classes, riding the U-Bahn together during study abroad in Vienna, Austria, leaning on trusted professors who always answered my late-night emails, perhaps a bit begrudgingly, or making memories with friends who always said yes to late-night Giliberto's runs and early morning trips to Bagel Boy. The milestone we celebrate today wouldn't be possible without the small, everyday moments that have shaped us into who we are. So as we walk across the stage and into our future, we carry those small moments with us because they are what make the big ones worth celebrating. Congratulations to my fellow class of 2025. We did it. Thank you.
Great job, Annie.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie, for your wise words and heartfelt reflections. As always, you shine with excellence and encouragement. And we thank you for reminding us to be present, to never underestimate the impact of a small, simple, kind gesture, and of course, to always take our parents' advice to heart. Your words invite us to pause as well and take in this moment. The pride in your family's eyes, and the deep sense of gratitude that we all share for the community that has shaped each of us. Graduates, before we confer your degrees, Let us join our voices in singing the Augustana alma mater, just as we do at opening convocation each fall. So if everyone could turn in your program to the page just after the listing of the graduates to find the alma mater, and I invite us all to stand.
Members of the audience, you may be seated at this time. Candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Bachelor of Social Work, please remain standing. President Herseth Sandlin, these students have successfully completed all requirements for graduation. I am pleased to present them to you at this time for the conferring of their degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Augustana University Board of Trustees, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon each of you the degree Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, or Bachelor of Social Work, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Please come forward to receive your diploma, and with the exception of the first row, the candidates may be seated.
Annie Louise Johnston, summa cum laude. Sydney Morgan Lillebo, magna cum laude. Olivia Anna Marie Dorset, magna cum laude. Azam Mohammed Sheikh, magna cum laude. Ronnie Chrisman Saeed Lopes, magna cum laude. Manusmriti Buddhataki, cum laude. Prana Ranjan Mohanty, cum laude. Long Huen Chu, magna cum laude. Deepak Krishna Govindarian, magna cum laude. Subin Rowe. Miriam Wasal. Madeline Mayland, magna cum laude. Sarafal Adane Zalwek. Fikir Araya Yamana, cum laude. Namana Wasasa. Malik Davis. Niyama Kerr. Maya Kendall Peterson. Emily Lynn Ricketts, summa cum laude. Jaden Ann Jonathan, magna cum laude. Katie Colleen Streeter, summa cum laude. Jenna Laura Lee Skadson. Xiao Wang. Julia Park. Scalar Starks. Ivenunye Naume Donata Oguleye. Trin Ki Nguyen, magna cum laude. Dmitry Gimyarov. Peyton Ingebretson, cum laude. Julian Ruano. Rashida Mohammed. Nesreen Jaliti, magna cum laude. Makoa Leanna Montgomery, cum laude. Misha Eliana Montgomery, cum laude. Erin Elizabeth Danielewitz, cum laude. Annie Ernster. Abigail Marie Leisinger, magna cum laude. Egypt Rose Forrest, cum laude. Sonali Vinochandra Chowdhury. Becca Kowalki, summa cum laude. Alyssa Bartels, cum laude. Serenity Mae Morrison, magna cum laude. Maxim Pilipchuk. Gavin John Anderson. Laura Elizabeth Murray. Courtney Eileen Moeller, summa cum laude.
Elizabeth is the middle name.
Anna or Anna? Anna Elizabeth Von Wald, magna cum laude. Elise Marilyn Myers, magna cum laude. Kimberly Nicole Gray, cum laude. Andrew David Burnson, magna cum laude. Mark Robert Waring Jr. Garrett James Dolan, cum laude. Nora Larson Weaver. Serena Marie Vogely, magna cum laude. Xavier Emery Carbonneau, summa cum laude. Norianne June Batoon. Julia Nicole Lemus. Hannah Elizabeth Allen, summa cum laude. Colleen M. Lawrence, magna cum laude. Sophia Grace New. Madison Ray Paul. Bryn Modianos Stumo, cum laude. Ashley Paige Michaels, magna cum laude. Mason Elizabeth Mock, magna cum laude. Zachary David Stands, summa cum laude. Tyler James Plank, summa cum laude. William Robert Allen, magna cum laude. Alec Isaiah Humke. Walker J. Radcliffe. Jack Allen Johnson, cum laude. Luis Gabriel Noguera Marquez Pinto. Jackson William Dirks, magna cum laude. Stephen Asmus. Elizabeth Marie Gullickson, summa cum laude. Kara C. Redmond, magna cum laude. Yesenia G. Ortiz Martinez. Raleigh Emery Smith Lunderman, magna cum laude. Millie Aguilar, cum laude. Karina E. Mizraens. Emmett Hansen. Shannon Ann McCormick, summa cum laude. Maggie Marie Satter, summa cum laude. Amelia Elizabeth Gibbon, summa cum laude. Nicole Catherine Dufour. Gabriela Yanchekova, magna cum laude. Angelica Caridad Morales, cum laude. Julia Hirschman, cum laude. Lyric Ray Osland. Elizabeth Tushin, magna cum laude. Claire Elizabeth Duplessis, magna cum laude. Brady James Monson, cum laude. Mason James Caulfield. Xander S. Smith, cum laude. Asen Stone Akins, magna cum laude. Leona Koa, summa cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Nelson, cum laude. Bryn M. Greenwald, magna cum laude. Logan Cole Gustafson. Grace Julia Ann Shavy. Miriam Hamid. Javen James Dean DeVille. Anne Therese Sprecher, summa cum laude. Ashlyn Marie Cipher, summa cum laude. Elijah J. Shipper, summa cum laude. Amelia Mary Klug, summa cum laude. Pedro Dorocha Borin. Amaya Lynn Street, summa cum laude. Lara Carnier Matuk, magna cum laude. Christian J. Olson, cum laude. Thurman W. Christensen. Cade Michael Sammons. Cale H. Larson. Aiden McCusker. Evan Reed Bell, magna cum laude. Anna M. Schmidt, magna cum laude. Megan Campion Mulvihill. Hattie Galloway. Kate Robbins, cum laude. Natalia Stephanie Gonçalves da Silva. Laura Garcia Lopez, magna cum laude. Lucy Elizabeth Barty, magna cum laude. Aiden Torpe, cum laude. Jason Robert Axelberg. Yikong Sun. Elizabeth Ann Brecken. Randy Inez Egum, magna cum laude. Grace Marie Lenning, magna cum laude. Nolan T. Milius. Grady Boston Sherman. Carissa Joe Bonema, magna cum laude. Ella Grace Halverson Jagodinsky, cum laude. Peyton Paul Anderson. Nathan Levon Simmons. Connor Jacob Simmons. Kenneth George Langer III. Gavin Edward Gulbranson, magna cum laude. Akoy Malwal Akoy. Faith Hiel Debin, cum laude. Michael Dean Vanderwilly. Amy Beth Hopf, cum laude. John Francis Teagan. Parker Andrew Cole. Ethan Ryan Rollinger, summa cum laude. Lincoln Geisler Botel, cum laude. Haley Elizabeth Houston. Elizabeth Marie Dirks, summa cum laude. Sydney Ella Herbert. Hannah Elizabeth Ryder. Kylie Janae Salee, summa cum laude. Emma Elizabeth Hughes, magna cum laude. Alana Morgan Machach. Jacob Wagner, cum laude. Aiden Michael Rhodes. Quentin Paul Adams. Logan Anthony Leonard, magna cum laude. Anthony Henry Brewer. Maxwell John Minor. Zachary Allen Richardson. Andrea Nicole Kane, magna cum laude. Grace Aaron Glanzer. Kyle James Graham. Rashad Lampkin. William Joseph Davis, cum laude. Zachary Charles Nichols, cum laude. Preston Charles Kellogg. Brady Christian Pfeiffer. Summer Pearl Stoll, cum laude. Gavin John Williams, summa cum laude. Samuel Christopher Pierce, summa cum laude. Carter Matthew Schulke, summa cum laude. Caleb James Sturzinger, summa cum laude. Joseph James Koyman, magna cum laude. Preston David Eisenmenger. Jordan Allen Hasted, magna cum laude. McAllister Ray Nelson, magna cum laude. Michaela Dawn Bendix, magna cum laude. Julia Grace Lee, summa cum laude. Avery Marie Lenz, magna cum laude. Gavin Fisher. Maggie Marie Totsky, cum laude. Kaylee May Fry. Madeline Marie Reifsteck, magna cum laude. Macy Ray Colander, magna cum laude. Sarah Nordling, summa cum laude. Amanda Jean Moon. Bailey Rosemary Wolfgang, magna cum laude. Hannah Marie Bashai, magna cum laude. Caitlin Veronica Kersey, magna cum laude. Emma Rose Johnson, magna cum laude. Annalise Rose Wagers, summa cum laude. Kimberly Sue Cattermas, summa cum laude. Samantha May Xiang Cross, summa cum laude. Sarah Helen Parsons, summa cum laude. Cody Douglas Klungseth, cum laude. Dylan James Cassidy. Samantha Grace Gerlach, cum laude. Abigail Marie Roth, cum laude. Matea Joe Milk. Avery Paige Gilman, summa cum laude. Erin Elizabeth Mickey, magna cum laude. Brody Mark Reed. Nora V. Winkler, summa cum laude. Nora Grace Taylor DeBoer, magna cum laude. Amelia Reagan Fink, magna cum laude. Emma Nicole Krutzinger, summa cum laude. Amanda Vase. Elena Louise Henderson. Liliana May Lorenzo, summa cum laude. Snuel Ayala Bayu. Sophonias Tiame Gebre. Abel Tesfeladet Hagos. Henry Nigel Rollins Gifaro, magna cum laude. Ella Rosalind Bakken, summa cum laude. Braden Hogan. Isaac Kai Fink. Benjamin Matthew Haberman. Daniel James Street. Christopher Noah Gandley. Bo David Brock, summa cum laude. Andrea Christine Oldham. Jaden Sue Henstra, magna cum laude. Jasmine Marie Jensen. Abigail Susan Foles, summa cum laude. Kaylin Elizabeth Rosso, magna cum laude. Ashton Ray Scott, magna cum laude. Evan Jacob Laning, summa cum laude. Ellie Catherine Blaschko, magna cum laude. Cadence Mackenzie Stewart. Christopher J. Ustra, cum laude. Ella Marie Heinitz, cum laude. Drake J. Hassett, cum laude. Harrison Cole Alphonse Patton. Liam McGillivray Porter, cum laude. Isaiah Ty Huber. Eden Paul Wolber. Brock Richard Fox. Ula Averti Ruica. Simon Falk. Catherine Sophia Eichmann. Madison May Cheddar, magna cum laude. Amanda Schlamp. Seth J. Burchell, summa cum laude. Oliver J. Jankard, magna cum laude. Aiden Joseph Boone. Quinn M. Ward, summa cum laude. Jacob Peter Moeller, cum laude. Halyu Olenbayer. Haley Elizabeth Sterud, cum laude. Mara Rayanne Darling. Samara Tegan Nordby. Summer Danielle Hennon, summa cum laude. Lily Ann Sampson, summa cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Mathis, cum laude. Annika Amelia Williams, cum laude. Jack Richard Erickson, summa cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Stahl, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Toso, cum laude. Joshua James Nichols, summa cum laude. Caroline Nancy Hoskins. Heather Howard. Amber Lynn Schultz, cum laude. Abby L. Group, cum laude. Mackenzie Alyssa Rasmussen. Anna Catherine Schmidt, magna cum laude. Grace L. Bradley, summa cum laude. Caitlin G. Johnson, summa cum laude. Reagan Fisher, magna cum laude. Bowden R. Murray, summa cum laude. Annika Stensrud, magna cum laude. Olivia Joan Baumgarn, magna cum laude. Kara Elizabeth Clemmy, summa cum laude. Grace Marie Dreetz, summa cum laude. Kaleona Ray Peterson, magna cum laude. Lauren Dorothy Heine, summa cum laude. Brooklyn Faith Rosenboom, magna cum laude. Heather Ann Hemmer. Olivia Catherine Kern, summa cum laude. Reagan Rose Olivier, summa cum laude. Claire Joy Egland, summa cum laude. Hannah Sage Churchill, summa cum laude. Emma Jean Ostwinkle, summa cum laude. Max Patrick Evans, summa cum laude. Seth Anthony Nebel. Jaron Kirk Jurgens. Rachel Allison Halverson, cum laude. Elizabeth Lynn Walter, cum laude. Jackie Andrea Allard. Maisie B. Dixon, magna cum laude. Leighton Michael Kramer. Lola Anjanette Chambers. Caitlin Rose Danu, cum laude. Olivia Lane Klumper, summa cum laude. Alyssa Marie Hassert, magna cum laude. Gavin P. Marco, summa cum laude. Henry Lloyd Dornbush, cum laude. Joseph Louis Plackey, cum laude. Christian Miguel Cortinas, magna cum laude. Andrew Kenneth Stevens, magna cum laude. Noah Dale Everson, magna cum laude. Sophia Grace Eisma. Faith Elizabeth Marrier. Annika Marie Meyer, cum laude. Carly Nicole Wheeler, magna cum laude. Emily Rose Sprecher, summa cum laude. Alexis Sue Dooley, magna cum laude. Lillian Marie Derink, cum laude. Ashley Elizabeth Elston. Kevin Michael Schumacher, magna cum laude. Aaron E. Bickett, magna cum laude. Ashton Jensen, summa cum laude. Noelle Claire Gunderson, magna cum laude. Morgan Jean Eckert. Samantha Dawn Knutson, cum laude. Gabriel Jace Knutson, cum laude. Caleb Michael Schuler, cum laude. Gavin J. Schmidt, cum laude. Grant Andrew Peterson. Connor A. Bulgren, summa cum laude. Jack August Skolton. Cameron June Van Nieuwenhuizen, magna cum laude. Katerina Michelle Lyson, cum laude. Erica Sue Lehman, magna cum laude. Cecilia Joy Burrows, magna cum laude. Delaney L. Cost, magna cum laude. Mia Lane Baltzel, magna cum laude. Sierra Raven Barkus. Lily Ann Holcomb, cum laude. Maddie Lynn Tranberg, summa cum laude. Nicholas Joseph Becker, summa cum laude. Shelby Marie Scott, cum laude. Christina Eileen Rausch, cum laude. Caitlin Wenzel, magna cum laude. Nigaha Piple. Sapana Garung. Sneha Acharya, magna cum laude. Trinaya Marie Jordan. Anne Marie Wagaman, cum laude. Rachel Catherine Johnson, summa cum laude. Peter Thomas Kenke. Landon R. Hardy. Victoria Lynn Tams. Reka Esther Nelson. Nene Eke Ndukwo. Redate Lamisken Haile, magna cum laude. Grace Nate Las, magna cum laude. Winifred Lakereber Mangui. Sanju Gajmer. Victoria Akase Sam, cum laude. Chelsea Ebuaja. Jenna Clavan. Hanania Ariaga. Isha Dev Huda.
I think we're okay. By the time they get their photos, we'll have them up. It'll take a while to get up.
Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Okay, Bachelor of Science.
We can go back and just do them. I
Just do Bachelor of
mentioned them,
Science,
but yeah.
Mhm.
Do you have to go back one more
Think I
page?
have to-
Nope, next one. Next page.
Okay.
Nope, this one. You're right.
Yep.
Right up here. But I think you're okay. Yeah, either of those.
All right. The candidates for Bachelor of Science in Nursing, please stand at this time. President Herseth Sandlin, these students have successfully completed all requirements for graduation. I am pleased to present them to you at this time for the conferring of their degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Augustana University Board of Trustees, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon each of you the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Please come forward to receive your diplomas.
No. We want.
Go down.
Let's
Down to the end zone, Dan.
Jackson James Roman, cum laude. Tyler J. Sellen. Brooke Curry Oberbradking, summa cum laude. Macy Lee Haggerty, magna cum laude. Jolie Grace Stecker, magna cum laude. Riley Laurel Lair, cum laude. Denisa Maria Chobanu, cum laude. Summer Beth Green. Annalise Marie Gulland. Luke Behrens. Cole Thomas Behrens. Angie Barrientos. Emily R. Gonzalez, cum laude. Tavian Allen Plotz, magna cum laude. Lauren Marie Davis, cum laude. Abigail Mary Arbo. Kendra Ann Kaiser, summa cum laude. Ellie K. Kobe. Emma Joy Klein, cum laude. Avery Lynn Van Hovlen, cum laude. Maya Marie Drager, cum laude. Jada Shea Becker, cum laude. Lily Marian Sunday, cum laude. Marin Yimer. Yabsra Yigza Amade. Jerusalem Shiwaraga Pireda. Faven Dereje Admazu, magna cum laude. Evie Rose Alsafar, cum laude. Ella Kai Ni Ng. Izana Alazar Asmalash. Tebebe Noah. Jessica Blakowski, magna cum laude. Emma Rose Drehorst, magna cum laude. Elizabeth J. Schwartz, summa cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Rowe. Cassie Ray Lias. Abigail J. Hammond. Mackenzie Rose Dusher. Rosa Elena Melgoza, cum laude. Maddie Ann Kroschel. Mackenzie Madeline Shearhorn. Tulshi Lama, cum laude. Angelina Chan, magna cum laude. Johanna Lynn Tvet. Carolina Pamela Toro Alonso. Aaron Francis Heger, cum laude. Nathaniel John Dweet. Hayden Dean Claybaugh. Tanner F. Schultz. Cole Bunker, cum laude. Jonathan Andrew Beek, cum laude. Tristan Mann Morris. Gabrielle Ann Oakes, magna cum laude. Cohen Stephen Burgess.
In 2015, Augustana began an endeavor called the Augie Access Program. This program invites young adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities to participate in post-secondary educational experiences. It is with great joy that we present these students with their certificate of completion. Will the Augie Access students please stand? President Herseth Sandlin, these students have completed all requirements for the Certificate of Completion from the Augie Access Program, and I'm pleased to present them to you at this time for the awarding of their certificates.
By the authority vested in me by the Augustana University Board of Trustees, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon each of you the certificate of completion for the Augie Access Program with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Please come forward onto the stage to receive your certificate.
Darian Fallon. Riley Amato. Molly Hochstein. Jody Steen.
Congratulations, Augie Access graduates. Thank you for your meaningful contributions to the Augustana University community. I also want to thank Annie Johnston once again. Annie, we're grateful for the way that you've woven together for us today personal insight, shared experiences with your classmates, and the essence of Augustana. Through your words, we celebrate the wisdom of parents and of mentors, the joy of unexpected connections, and the lasting impact of this special community. We're going to give our Augie Access students, graduates, a moment to return to their seats. So at this time, I'd also like to ask you to join me in thanking some who helped make today's celebration possible, including the Augustana University School of Music for supporting the live stream, the athletics department for their assistance with the stadium sound system and the scoreboard, and the teams from the Office of Academic Affairs, Marketing, Event Services, Logistics, and the Registrar's Office for coordinating the countless details with this ceremony. If you could join me in giving all of them a round of applause, thank you. Augustana class of 2025. Our time together has been a true blessing. We thank you for choosing to learn and to grow here. We thank you for your positivity and your resilience, as well as your commitment to the university community and to one another. As you go forward, please carry on with you not only the knowledge and the skills and the wisdom that you've gained, but also the spirit of this place, the friendships, the questions, the purpose, and the promise. Remember, once a Viking, always a Viking. We do hope and we pray that you will stay connected, you'll stay in touch with us, you'll return for Viking days and for reunions, and that you never hesitate to reach out, because we're always going to be cheering you on, as Annie said. And now, graduates, please stand and turn and face your faculty and your families. We give thanks. We give thanks that each of you was called to Augustana, that you entered to learn and now leave empowered to serve the world with your passion, energy, and leadership. May God bless you always, and may you treasure the gift of your education, honor the responsibility that it carries, and share the light within you generously wherever you may go. And now, as a symbol of all that you've achieved, you may turn your tassels to the left. Family, friends, faculty, and staff, I'm honored to present to you the Augustana University Class of 2025. Graduates, congratulations, and before we close, let's do one last thing together. Let's, on the count of 3, throw your caps in the air. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Another class, yeah.
I will wait for the procession.